Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Golden Eagles of Honolulu. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Ready. Aaron out there, fellas. Got some points. Freeze the defense. Don't let us down.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Gets it quickly out wide to Thornton. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Here's Lance to throw it. He's going to air one out. Touchdown! Tyquan Thornton. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Golden Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On second down, here's Lawrence. Flush to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Third and 3. A shotgun snap and again to ETN. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do? They leave their leg up in the air an extra count or two, hoping someone comes into contact.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. When you look at this defense, they come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. 51 yards. And the Jaguars respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
Out left and complete to Thornton. They'll go for a gain of 7. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
In motion left, that's Thornton. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded just inside the 20. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN.
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
But you look at this defense.
Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's the conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Here's 3rd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw.
And it's intercepted. He's trying to get it to Ridley. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
To throw, it's Lance.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick 6. So good hustle to get back and get him down. But, boy, that's a throw you've really got to be sure of if you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
3rd and 4. Here's Lawrence.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Clyde Phillips has got it. Down the left sideline.
Now, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And he's going to have to hook up the Schwartz.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On play action, Lance
rolling to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Man, it's Thornton.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Running left, Coleman. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Now Lance throwing on 2nd down.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd down and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Some offense. Let's go. Yeah, let's put 6 on the board, fellas.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Tyquan Thornton, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Golden Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
And they'll go again with ETN.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Straight ahead, ETN.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
On 1st down, Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd down and 8. Lawrence.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
Eluding the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Lawrence.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. We'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Etienne.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now to try the field goal, and here's Daniel Carlson. This one from 35 yards away. The kick by Carlson is good. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team charge that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Build that momentum offense.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. And Lance now to throw.
He's going to go up top again. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown!
Anthony Schwartz.
60 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and it's 21-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Now Lawrence.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Lawrence will throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
On the move to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10.
Don't let us down.
And not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Come on, guys. Do this.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're on the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the 21-yard line.
2nd and a couple. A give to ETN running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And that's complete ETN out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And his throw here is incomplete.
Had no command that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
looking to throw. Lawrence. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big save to bring up third down.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Here's Hardman to return.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And Lance, he's going to change the play.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
Trayvon Walker makes the tackle.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
A handoff, Coleman between the tackles. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Now they'll change things up.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll try the left side with Coleman. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now 2nd and 3.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he used his quickness to make a play.
And now they'll throw with Lance. Throw right side, going to be caught by Hardman. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Boys, you got this.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Lance. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! From 19 yards away. And the Golden Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Can't get away, and he's taken down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
On 2nd down, Lawrence. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Who has an offense? We have an offense.
From the gun on third down, Lance. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Coleman will try up the middle, and he is going to lose yardage here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Here's Lance.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will remain an 18-point lead. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Now Lawrence.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. A very quick pass to Woodley.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
Forced out to his left. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Now Lawrence. That is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Here's Lawrence to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Noah Hufanga. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles, in the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control. They've earned this victory.